Welcome back, everybody. Matt in the back here. So we are, like I said last week, we are in September now. We are in the last quarter of 2022. And you know what's so great about the last quarter of 2022? This is when as it's referred to in Hollywood, the Oscar bait movies start to come out. We start to hear them at the film festivals. We've had Venice Film Festival, now we got the Toronto Film Festival going on. I know pretty soon, Savannah will have their Savannah Film Festival be coming in October. I know that, I've gone to the Savannah Film Festivals when I went to SCAD. And then then these movies actually start coming out in the theater in September, October, November, December. And then sometimes even in the early part of January, because they are limited in December and then they come out wide in January a lot of times too. And I thought to myself, and I like this time of year. You start getting into the fall, you get to wear your fall weather clothes, you get to look styling and profiling, but you also get the heavy hitter Oscar bait movies. And like I said, I like this time of year because this is when I can get serious about filmmaking and about filmmakers, directors, actors, cinematography. Because let's say that for some reason, most of the Oscar bait movies only come out the last quarter of the year. Why they don't come out throughout the year is a whole other story. I don't know why. And yes, once in a while you do get those one or two movies that came out earlier in the year that do make it into the nominations, like Gladiator, that went on to win Best Picture, that year. So, it's very rare, but it does happen sometimes. Not to mention there are movies that have already come out this year, which I do have a list of all the potential Oscar bait movies that I'm going to do a quick run through of. And some of them are movies that have already come out this year. Now I'm not saying they're going to be up for Best Picture, but there's other nominations that they can get in other categories that I think they are very likely or possibly could get. So what I'm going to do is run down these, a lot of these movies you probably have no idea are coming out. Because in the Oscar bait movies, they're not the high profile movies that you're used to hearing, like a Black Panther 2. You know Black Panther 2 is coming, or a Halloween ends. Not that I'm saying Halloween is going to be an Oscar movie. I'm just saying, you hear more about those movies coming out than you do about, Tar. Everyone's like, what the fuck is Tar? Exactly, my point. I proved my point that easily. But I am going to run down these movies right now. I'm going to kind of give an idea of what they are, what they're about, and why they could be, what potential nominations and what categories they could be in. Starting out with The Woman King. This is a Viola Davis movie. Comes out in September. Based on a true story. Oscar people love those true story movies. I'm willing to bet, at least for now, Viola Davis could be up for Best Actress Award. It looks like that could be she could be a Oscar nominated pick. After that, we got Blonde. I've said this many times. This is a Marilyn Monroe movie. It's going to be coming out of the Venice Film Festival this past week. It's been getting a lot of attention. Especially for Ana de Armas as Marilyn Monroe. So I think she's a shoo-in for Best Actress nomination. It could be up for Best Picture. Because like I said, the Oscars do like to go after their own in terms of Hollywood. A movie about an actress in Hollywood. Hollywood does like to nominate those types of movies. So it could be up for Best Director. The director is known for some very good films in the past. Best Adapted Screenplay. This is based on a book about Marilyn Monroe's life. and possibly best cinematography, because it is going to mix the black and white with color throughout the years of her career. So those are potential nominations. There's a lot. Those are some of the big nominations too: picture, director, actress, screenplay, cinematography. So Blonde is another one I would say look for. The next one coming out the first week of October is called Amsterdam. This is with Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington. It is directed by David O. Russell, who is an Academy Award favorite from all the way back to The Fighter, with Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg, Amy Adams, Melissa Leo. Christian Bale and Melissa Leo went on to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor and Actress, along with Amy Adams being nominated that year. Then Silver Linings Playbook, where Jennifer Lawrence won her Academy Award. American Hustle and Joy. It can be up for Best Actor for Christian Bale, Best Director for David O. Russell, maybe Best Picture, and Best Original Screenplay, written by David O. Russell. That comes out in October. Look for that. I'm excited for that. I think Christian Bale and David O. Russell, between The Fighter and American Hustle, and also Robert De Niro is going to be in the movie. So that's another frequent O. Russell collaborator. I can't speak today. Matt, you never speak right. Hey. Then we got Armageddon Time. No, this is not Armageddon 2 with Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler. Even though that might be a cool movie. Armageddon 2. The meteor strikes again. I don't know. No, Armageddon Time is directed by James Gray. He did that Brad Pitt movie, Ad Astra. He did The Lost City of Z with, what's his name? Charlie Huntington. The guy from, Sons of Anarchy. That also had Robert Pattinson in it. This movie can be up for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actors. Anne Hathaway can be nominated. Jeremy Strong from Succession is in it. Anthony Hopkins is in it. They just had a trailer out about a week ago. I highly recommend going and checking it out. Looks excellent. Who knows, if I think Anne Hathaway can be nominated for Best Actress for the movie. It looks like a Best Picture contender. Then we got All Quiet on the Western Front. This is a war movie. It's going to be on Netflix. With Daniel Bruhl in it. Another thing with Oscars, they like war movies. Saving Private Ryan. Braveheart. The Sam Mendes movie a couple years ago. 1917. It looks good. They had it, once again, this is another one they had a trailer for recently, and it definitely had that Oscar potential. Don't Worry, Darling. We've already talked about this movie, the Olivia Wilde movie with Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. Even though the reviews aren't great coming out of the film festivals, but everyone's saying that Florence Pugh is amazing in the movie, so she should be nominated. You know, Florence Pugh really is on the rise. Like I said, she broke out with that wrestling movie, Fighting With My Family. And then she did like Midsommar. Then she did Little Women, which she was great in. She was actually nominated that year for supporting actress. So I would say highly recommend. And that comes out in 2 weeks. I'm going to check that out. So look for my review for that. And then we got Empire of Light. This is a movie starring Olivia Colman, who won the Academy Award a couple of years ago. And this is about her. She works in a movie theater. And it's basically how great movie theaters are. And going into a movie theater and watching a movie can change your life. This is a movie right up my alley. I love going to the movie theater. This can be up for Best Picture. A movie dealing with movie theaters. Oscars are going to love that shit. Best Director, Sam Mendes. He won for American Beauty. Back with Annette Bening and Kevin Spacey. He also did Road to Perdition. Another great movie. He did Skyfall, the James Bond movie. Like I said, he did 1917 a couple years ago. That was also up for a lot of Academy Awards. So look for that. Tar. I know I've already said, what the fuck is Tar? Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. After seeing the trailer, I still don't know what the fuck this movie's about. But I do know one thing. It stars Kate Blanchett, and all the reviews are already coming out saying she's a powerhouse. So we should be looking at Kate Blanchett, looking at another Oscar nomination, and maybe a win. Does she already have 2 wins for The Aviator and Blue Jasmine? So Kate Blanchett might be looking at another Oscar on her mantle come next year. So Tar. Are we talking about the tar on the road or another tar? Tar. Then we got The Whale. And this is a movie that people have already been talking about, and you know why. Brendan Fraser is getting all the Oscar talk right now for Best Actor for The Whale. Brendan Fraser's comeback. This movie can be up for Best Actor, Best Screenplay, and Best Director. This is directed by Darren Aronofsky. You should know that name. He did The Requiem for a Dream with Jennifer Connelly and Jared Leto. He brought Mickey Rourke out of retirement with The Wrestler. He got Natalie Portman her Oscar for Black Swan. He did that weird movie with Jennifer Lawrence called Mother. He also did that Noah's Ark movie with Russell Crowe and Jennifer Connelly. I like Darren Aronofsky. He's an interesting director, and what I like about him the most, he doesn't do movies that often. Literally, if you go look at his resume, like the last movie he did was Mother in 2017. The movie before that was Noah in 2014. The movie before that was Black Swan in 2010. Then the movie before that was, The Wrestler in 2008. But then between Requiem for a Dream and The Fountain in 2006 was 6 years. This guy only has about maybe 8 movies in his whole resume in almost over 30 years of making movies. When Darren Aronofsky puts out a movie, you pay attention. And this year with Brendan Fraser being talked about at all these film festivals, I highly recommend when this movie comes out, you go check it out. Then we got The Banshees of, I can't even say this word, Inisherin. I'm sure that's completely off. This is directed by Martin McDonagh, starring Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell. Martin McDonagh is a very interesting director. He did that In Bruges movie. He also did that movie that came out a couple of years ago, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and got Frances McDormand her maybe 2nd or 3rd Oscar win, and got Sam Rockwell his first Oscar win. Great movie. He also had Samara Weaving in that movie, and Peter Dinklage. Very great, excellent movie. He also did The 7 Psychopaths. This movie looks great. It's getting a lot of Oscar talk at the film festivals, saying it is actually Martin McDonagh's best film, which is saying a lot. Then we got a movie, a Steven Spielberg movie, that just dropped the trailer this morning. Like I said, I am recording this on Sunday, so I might not post it till later this week. But this Sunday morning they dropped the first trailer for the new Steven Spielberg movie, The Fabelmans, starring Michelle Williams, Paul Dano, and Seth Rogen. This is an autobiographical movie on Steven Spielberg's life, childhood, of him becoming a filmmaker. Oh my god. If there's ever a fucking movie to come out that is like, as John Hammond would say to Sam Neill, Alan Grant, in the original Jurassic Park, it's right up your alley. You're damn right it is. A movie directed by Steven Spielberg about Steven Spielberg's early childhood of him becoming a filmmaker. Really? Give me the fucking ticket right now. Really. And I'm watching this trailer this morning going, oh my god. Best Picture contender, easily. Best Director contender, easily. Michelle Williams, Best Actress nomination, easily. Paul Dano, Best Actor nomination, easily. Maybe even Best Screenplay. Because obviously Steven Spielberg wrote it. It's about his life. Duh. There's really a line in the fucking movie that I was, in the trailer I mean, that I was like, oh my god. I've had that conversation with one of my parents. Filming is just a hobby. You making movies is just a hobby. It's not a career. You're not doing it as a career. It's a hobby. That was in the trailer. I was like, oh my god. Did Steven Spielberg bug my house? Because I have heard that conversation with one of my parents about me not being a filmmaker and now it's just become a hobby of yours rather than an actual career. I was like, wow. And even in my early days of making films, it was just a hobby at first. Yeah, I like making movies, I like doing this, I'm making these home videos, la la la. And it was, it's just a hobby. And was that your hobby? You just like to make movies? No, dumbass, it's gonna be my fucking career. Well, we see where that went. We see where that went, but I cannot wait to see this movie. And if you are a Steven Spielberg fan, if you are a filmmaker out there, you are going to want to see this movie. Because I can guarantee you, this movie is gonna see why the inspiration behind Indiana Jones, Jaws, Close Encounters, E.T. It's all gonna be there. Wrapped up in this. And if you ever read any bio books on Spielberg, you know he had a really bad relationship with his father growing up. So that's why I'm really interested to see Paul Dano play Steven Spielberg's father in this movie, and Michelle Williams playing his mother. This movie is going to be major Oscar contender. So go and watch the trailer for The Fabelmans. The Son. This is directed by the guy who did The Father. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Actually, the next movie is called Holy Spirit. Holy shit, we'll have a trilogy. We'll have the Amen trilogy. The Father, the Son, the Holy... Okay. Anyway, The Son is directed by the guy who did The Father, which won Anthony Hopkins his Academy Award for a second time. What was it, 2020? This one stars Hugh Jackman and Laura Dern. I've seen the trailer. They had a trailer out, I think, a week ago or a week and a half ago. This looks like another Hugh Jackman great performance. Possibly an Oscar contender for Best Actor. and maybe Best Actress for Laura Dern. It looks good. Can't wait for it. Even though it was only a teaser. I like that the director's last movie won Anthony Hopkins his Oscar, and it got Olivia Colman, I think, her nomination. Or maybe her win also. So yeah. Next movie is She Said. This stars Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan. And this is about two reporters who investigate the Harvey Weinstein Me Too craziness that happened a couple of years ago. These two women, like I said, Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan, go and interview women who have been assaulted, raped by Harvey Weinstein. So basically what you're telling me here, kind of like that other Spielberg movie that came out a couple years ago, The Post. It's going to definitely be an Oscar contender, a powerful movie probably, or that other movie with Margot Robbie and Nicole Kidman and Charlize Theron that came out a couple years ago. That talked about the other guy who was assaulting women in the workforce. I forget the name of it. The name of it is on the bottom of the screen. Anyway, but this is about Harvey Weinstein and what he did to the women in Hollywood. It's going to be a powerful movie. It's probably going to be a very uncomfortable movie at the same time. So, look for that. It also reminds me of that other movie that came out a couple years ago about the reporters going after the priests that, did stuff with children. I'm forgetting that movie. That movie won Best Picture that year. So, this is going to be a very powerful movie. Like I said, it's called She Said. Not he said. She said. Her point of view. Anyway, so I can see this picture, screenplay, maybe an actor nomination. But we'll see. Then we get into Babylon. The Babylonians. Babylon is about the golden age of Hollywood. Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, Tobey Maguire playing Charlie Chaplin. It's about the golden age of Hollywood. And let me tell you something. Oscar contender. I can say it right now. Oscar contender. A movie about the golden age of Hollywood with actors playing real life actors from that time period. Directed by Damien Chazelle, who gave us Whiplash, La La Land, and First Man. In my book, he's 3-0 so far. And what do you do with La La Land in terms of the musical department? What are you going to do with a movie based on Hollywood in the 50s? Or maybe not in the 50s. I don't know. When Charlie Chaplin was around. We'll leave it at that. Well then, we're getting this Marilyn Monroe movie that goes through her career during the golden age of Hollywood. Now we're getting a movie at the end of the year about the golden age of Hollywood. And it's directed by Damien Chazelle, one of the best young directors out there right now. And it has Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, Tobey Maguire, and a lot of other actors too. But those are the main three I know of. So, like I said, director, picture, actor, cinematography, screenplay, editing, music, whatever, you name it, it will probably be nominated. Now, and the last two, before I get into like the blockbuster movies, we already had Elvis come out this summer. I can already see Austin Butler possibly being nominated for Best Actor for playing Elvis. Cinematography was great in that movie. The music, great. So I think that could be That could be up for some Oscars. Another movie that's going to be coming out soon, The Good Nurse. Not the bad nurse, The Good Nurse. There's going to be a Netflix movie based on a real story, true story, starring Jessica Chastain and Eddie Redmayne. Jessica Chastain just won her Oscar last year for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. That's okay if you don't remember, because Will Smith overshadowed the entire Oscars last year. And all those people that did win, no one talks about. But just to remind you, Jessica Chastain won the Academy Award last year for Best Actress. Not that she should have won many times over. Zero Dark 30, Molly's Game, The Help. And Eddie Redmayne won for The Theory of Everything, when he played Stephen Hawking. I saw the trailer that came out earlier last week. It looks intense. It looks shocking. And it looks like Jessica Chastain and Eddie Redmayne give phenomenal performances. Obviously, we won't know until the movie actually comes out. But based on the trailer, it should be a contender. And then we get into the blockbuster movies. Movies that don't normally get Oscar attention, but this year might be a surprise. Surprise. Let's talk about Avatar 2. Electric Boogaloo, as I like to call it. Once again, it's Avatar 2. Avatar 1 was up for Best Picture, Best Director. Sorry, James Cameron. You lost to your ex-wife, Catherine Bigelow. Man, that must have been a slap in the face. It had to be a slap in the face. You lost to your ex-wife. Oh boy. He must have been drinking all night long after that. But once again, it's Avatar. I think a lot of one was up for a lot of Academy Awards. Not to mention, this is Avatar 2. And what do we say about James Cameron? Never bet against James Cameron when it comes to a sequel. Aliens, Terminator 2. Two of the best sci-fi action movies ever made. And what is Avatar 2? Sci-fi action. And it's a sequel. There you go. Never bet against James Cameron when it comes to sequels. Aliens and Terminator 2. The end. Then we got Black Panther 2. Also, Black Panther 1 got nominated for Best Picture. I don't know why. To me, it's not top 5 Marvel. I mean, when The Dark Knight doesn't even get nominated for Best Picture. I like Black Panther 1, but I never said it was an Oscar contender. No. But you never know, Black Panther 2 might end up being better than Black Panther 1. Then maybe I'll say Oscar contender. But for now, I'm putting it on here just because Black Panther 1 was nominated for Best Picture. Then we have two movies that have already come out. The Batman. I know. Oh no, we're talking about the Batman. Really, Matt? You're talking about the Batman? Yes, I'm talking about the Batman. You know why? Because the Batman had the best cinematography I've not only seen all year, but almost in any comic book movie. So yes, I'm not saying the Batman's going to be up for Best Picture, but the Batman could be up for Best Cinematography. Look at some of those shots from the movie. They look amazing, beautiful, haunting, great. It can be up for Best Score. The score for the Batman was excellent. Costume design. That Batman costume looked great. Best makeup. Did you know that was Colin Farrell as Penguin? Probably not. Great makeup. But that's what I say. It could be up for those type of nominations. But still, if they win, for like best cinematography. That's an Academy Award, motherfucker. No matter. Once again, Joker won best cinematography, best score. Suicide Squad, the first one, won best makeup. I rest my case. And then of course we got right now the biggest movie of 2022, Top Gun Maverick. Great movie. And I think it can be up for best cinematography. Those aerial dogfight scenes look great. Anyway, you know they shot them in real life. No CGI. There you go. Best editing. And best script. Best screenplay. Original screenplay. It was a great script. Great character development. Great character moments. Character dynamics with other characters. Character arc for multiple different scenarios. Top Gun Maverick can be up for best screenplay at the end of the year. So those are the movies that could be Oscar bait movies come the end of the year. Tell me, what movie are you looking forward to on this list? I'm sure there's a lot of movies on this list that you had no idea were coming out, but now you do. Thanks to Matt the Bat here, you know what's coming the last quarter of 2022, especially when it comes to Oscar time. So that way, when the Oscar nominations come out, you know what? Thanks to Matt the Bat, he let me know what was coming out soon, and there's a what to look for, not only for Oscars, but during the holidays. You're gonna have family in town. You're like, let's go see a movie. Well, I don't want to go see that Black Panther movie. I don't want to see Blue Aliens. What's kind of like an Oscar drama? Well, you know what? I'm going to bring up a video that I watched about this guy, Matt the Bat, and he gave a list of all the movies to look for during the Oscar season. So here we go.